today is the first day of our new unit, Unit 12, which talks about volume of solids. So we're going to start with the volume of a cylinder. So a cylinder, we've got a picture of one right here. It's laying on its side. And if I scoot down a little, you can see the cylinder where the looks more like a soup can or like a can of like Pepsi or. So moving back up here, I want to describe what a cylinder is made of. So if we cut this apart, you would see that you have two circles. So the top and the bottom, if it looks like number one, and what is connecting those two circles is actually a rectangle. So it's just kind of being rolled up, which creates the circles for what we call the bases. And then what connects those bases together is called the height. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out how much stuff fits inside that cylinder, and that's what's called the volume. So when we worked with area of circles, the area of a circle was pi r squared. So you have this circle here, it's pi r squared, and then the height is basically how many of those stacked together. So that's where this volume formula comes from. So you've got pi r squared, which is the area of that circular base, and then you multiply that times the height. Okay, so let's scoot this down and then pick out the important pieces of information on number one and then use that formula. So that volume formula is, the volume formula is pi r squared, so that's the area of that base, and then multiplied by the height. So our radius of our circle, circular base, is 4, that's the radius, and the height, which connects the circles, is 10. So we're going to substitute these values into our formula. So pi times 4 squared times 10. So pi 4 squared is 16 times 10 is 160. So if we're going to do an exact answer, that's 160 pi. So we're going to write the number in front of the pi. And then I don't have any units given on here, so I'm just going to write units. And then volume is units cubed. Okay, if you were using your calculator and you type all of this in at one time, you hit pi p 4 squared times 10. If you put that into your calculator all at one time, you'll get the volume to the nearest hundredth, which is 502.65. And then here's an abbreviation that you can use units too. Okay, so I think you should pause the video for a second and go ahead and type this into your calculator all at one time and make sure that you get 502.65. So pause the video and check that, and then unpause it when you're ready to continue example number 2. All right, for example number 2, we're going to do the same thing we did in number 1. We're going to write our formula first. Pi r squared times height. And then we're going to identify what the rate or the radius and the height are on this diagram. So the bases here are on the sides, the circles, and you are given the diameter of the circle, the circular base, instead of the radius. So we want the radius, which is halfway across the circle. So if the diameter is 10, the radius is 5. And then our height is what connects the two circular bases, so that is a 12. So we're going to substitute those values into our formula now. So pi times 5 squared times our height of 12. So our volume here, you've got 5 squared is 25 times 12 is going to be 300. So our exact volume, without having to do any rounding, is 300 pi. We have a unit of measure, centimeters cubed. And then just like we did on number 1, you're going to take the 300 pi, type that into your calculator, or you can just do it from up here, do the pi times the 5 squared times the 12, all into your calculator at one time, and what you should get is 942.48 centimeters cubed. Okay, both answers are acceptable, and I think on your homework what I have you doing is both. So you're practicing exact answers and you're practicing your rounded answers to the nearest hundredth, 2 decimal places. Okay, coming down to number 3. Number 3 looks very similar to number 2, only this one has the bases on the top and the bottom. But I also gave you a diameter. I gave you all the way across instead of the radius, which is what you need. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to pause the video and I want you to try and do number 3 on your own. And when you are done with it, unpause the video or play the video so that you can see if your answer matches mine. Okay, let's work and see how you did. Your radius is half of 14, so your radius is 7. And then your height, which is separating the two circular bases, that's 21. So you're substituting in pi, the radius squared, so 7 squared is the height of 21. 7 squared plus 21 is 1029. And then we write that in front of our pi, units cubed. Okay, and then type that into your calculator to get the total approximation to the nearest point. Okay, one more. On this one, we're going to have to put the labels onto our diagram ourselves. Find the volume if the radius is 5 centimeters. So here's my radius, and the height is 15 centimeters. So volume equals pi r squared times height. So pi times radius squared, 5 squared, times a height of 15 is pi times 375. So as an exact answer, this is 375 pi, and then our units were centimeters here, cubed. And typing this into our calculator, we type in 375 pi, or go back to your original, type in pi times 5 squared times 15, and you'll get 1178.10 centimeters cubed. Okay, so that does it for the volume of a cylinder. Go ahead and get started on your homework now. Hope you have a great day.